Hello and welcome to this video all about the Godin Freeway Classic electric guitar. This is Everything Guitar. So here we are looking at the Godin Freeway Classic. They don't make it anymore, unfortunately. I think this video will be helpful to anybody looking at the used market, weighing up their options about versatile electric guitars. And this guitar is certainly very versatile. Two humbuckers. You've got that Les Paul PRS type territory, and you've also got the middle single coil, which you select by the middle of the 5-way toggle switch, so position 3. Position 2 and 4 on the toggle switch will give you the middle pickup plus a tapped humbucker. So you'll have the rearmost rear coil of the humbucker plus the middle, or the frontmost coil of the front humbucker plus the middle in, either position 2 or 4. So it's really, this guitar is like two guitars in one. It's like a Les Paul and a Strat in a way. Now I like it not only as a lead guitar and as a good guitar just to cover all the bases at a gig. It's very, very good for that. But it's also a really good guitar to have as a backup. So imagine if you're having to play, let's say, a Stratocaster and a Les Paul, or a Telecaster and a PRS, or whatever your main guitars are, very often. Especially if you're doing like theatre shows and shows where you've got to basically cover a range of sounds, then you need, usually you need a couple of guitars. But with this guitar, you've got, a driving humbucker or a driving front pickup, or you've got the jazzy humbucker front pickup sound. You've got the classic middle single coil sound for that kind of Hank Marvin type thing. And then you've got the in-between sounds for all of your sort of blues and Knopfler sounds and the rest of it. And it does that really, really well. If you're wondering what do the in-between sounds, the single coil settings 2 and 4, what do they sound like? Well, they sound like a Strat. They sound good. It's a 25-inch scale length, so it's on the wide side, it's not like, tiny feeling guitar. It's not a light guitar. It's not amazingly heavy, but it is, it's a chunky piece of wood. And when you look at the grain of the wood, which is Silverleaf Maple, the main part of the body, and the wings are Poplar. That's quite a chunky wood. It's a darkish sounding wood. So if you're thinking maple and you're thinking you're going to get really light sounds, it's kind of a dark sounding guitar. Now, dark sounding guitars are good when you're using humbuckers, and they're also excellent when you're using single coils. I like the darker sounding guitars, and that's why a lot of players hark back to those solid body, the solid mahogany guitars of yesteryear, those dark and heavy sounding guitars. So this has got that dark and sort of heavy feel to it. It's got nice tuning pegs. The nut is cut really well, really nicely spaced, and the rest of it. Now my neck is the maple neck, but you can get, obviously you can get this in a rosewood as well. It's medium sort of frets, fret wire. Finished really nicely along the tops, so no sharp edges. All Godins are finished really nicely, especially on the neck. Really good feeling neck. Doesn't feel too, you know, like it's got too much lacquer on it. You know, but it's protected. I've read some comments about the Tremolo system, people complaining about the Tremolo system, you know. Whether that really does cater for everybody, I don't know, but you can loosen the tremolo, and I've done that. I've made the tremolo kind of floating, so you can use it as a floating tremolo. You know, with any kind of vintage style tremolo systems, you're always going to have some sense of instability. You know, if you want stability, you know, you tighten the springs up. You know, there are tricks. It depends how well versed you are in your setup skills. And talking of setups, it's got a double action truss rod, which is nice. I like that. Very versatile. Single volume, single tone, and those kind of speed knobs. It's Godin's own style of pickups on them. I've heard about people swapping them out, but I would suggest leave it as is. If you're getting one of these, leave it as is. You know, buy it for that sound, and it's what it is. The good news, if you are thinking of buying one, is they're not too expensive buying them used. Sometimes the SAs are, you know, priced higher. But if you do what I did, which I had a spare Roland MIDI pickup, I've stuck it on one of these, and, you know, for not much money, you can have a boutique feeling guitar, you know, and you've got all the synth access you want. I have to say, though, that the SA version, the MIDI system in that is really good. I really like that. Be interested to know your views of this guitar. You know, have you seen them for sale anywhere? Have you ever considered buying one, or have you never heard of them? It'd be interesting to find out what your views are. So I hope it's been helpful, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. And if you want to see more performance-based content from me, then head over to my main performance channel, the Dale Harris Guitar channel, and it's in the card right now in the right-hand corner. And you know the saying, those that can, do, and I should leave out the other bit that says, those that can't talk about it. So if this video has helped you, then why not subscribe? And why not check out some of our other videos? And there are 2 here to check out for you now. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better guitarist by subscribing to the channel. All the best, hasta luego!